Stinchfield.
And I'm Kim Stinchfield.
And we're the daughters of Commander Stinchfield, and we'd like to welcome you to Tiger Cruise 99.
Well, our friends were sitting on the couch and playing video games.
And doing lazy things like that, we were able to come on this Tiger Cruise.
Now we'd like to show you some highlights from this cruise.
Okay, hey, welcome aboard, Tigers. We are on the Starship Constellation. You are in for the time of your life. I know that there's a bunch of you couch potatoes back home that have already been alluded to by the Stinchfield girls. You're missing the greatest show on the face of the earth. On behalf of the 5,000 people that are assigned to the Constellation, men and women from every state in the country and from 48 other countries that are not American, that are working toward their American citizenship, so welcome all you Tigers aboard. We got about 1,100 of you out here that we're fortunate enough to have aboard this week, seeing what your sons, your daughters, your dads, your uncles, your cousins, your brothers, and your friends are doing. We are absolutely thrilled that you're here. Open the doors, get all your questions answered, ask a lot of questions. There's no question we won't answer for you. Enjoy the magic show. We're glad you're here. Thanks so much for making this last few days of our 6-month journey spectacular for us and giving us something to think about other than just getting home. We're worried about you. We care about you. We're glad you're here. And thanks again for being out here to see the magic show, the greatest show on the face of the earth. Only Americans can do it. Welcome aboard, Tigers.
Many of the Tigers flew into Hawaii a few days early to see the sunshine, but it turned out it was raining the whole time we were here in Hawaii. We came on board and went through the many people to complete registration. On the last night in port, the evening colors took place.
Did you know that the original Constellation was commissioned 220 years ago in 1779? This carrier was commissioned in 1961.
Many of the people watched the crew man the rails as they saluted while passing the ship sunk in Pearl Harbor. As we sailed past the Arizona Memorial, it was an emotional experience for the older Tigers.
When I went to see the Arizona Saturday, brought back a lot of memories, and they wasn't good. But my memories of this trip is wonderful.
Submarine wreck.
The reason why I like Man on the Rail is because when you get a chance to see everything when you come in, how pretty it is from the from the flight deck. I don't work up here, so when I get a chance to come up here, it's kind of brings a meaning of the whole aircraft for me.
It means come and have fun on the USS Constellation.
So clueless.
Can you believe that over 30 million gallons of diesel fuel has been used by the ship in the last 6 months? Well, we were able to view a tanker help us refuel the ship through lines that were shot across to the tanker.
Did you know that the USS Constellation was intended to be the first nuclear carrier?
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm having a great time. I've waited 17 years to do this.
Son on board?
No, my daughter. Yep.
Great.
Yes. She's been in the Navy 17 years now, so I've been waiting all this time.
Well, here she is now. Call her over.
Yes, this is my daughter.
Get in the shot with Mom.
How'd you manage to pull this one off?
You thought you were the only one that knew people. Mom's got
I guess Mom's got contacts I don't know about.
There are many tours for the Tigers during the week. One of the tours was on the bridge. It showed how difficult it is to steer the ship.
Oh, I'll head flank or something. That's that way. Okay.
Our first day at sea concluded with the ice cream social. Many different kinds of ice cream was served to everyone. Because of the lighting in the dark hangar bay, you could not tell the difference between the caramel and hot fudge sauces.
While many of us were still in our racks, the plane captains got up bright and early to get the planes ready for the air show.
not an air show conducted by a specially trained air crew, but a small demonstration of the capability of a carrier air wing and its application of power. The commander of the Constellation Battle Group, Admiral David Hart, Constellation's commanding officer, Captain James Kelly, Carrier Air Wing 2's commander, Captain Tom Trotter, Destroyer Squadron 7's Commodore, Captain Dick Arnold, and the entire ship's crew welcome you to enjoy this demonstration of sea and airmanship. Squadron 131 flew a variety of aircraft before transitioning to the EA-6B Valor and moving to Whidbey Island, Washington in
Breaking the sound barrier, bombs exploding, and planes refueling were all part of the exciting air show. Two of the Commodore's ships, the Ben Fold and the Kincaid, contributed to this show.
I bet you didn't know that the USS Constellation had 10,000 traps on its last deployment. What's a trap? Every time a ship or an aircraft lands and is caught on board, that's a trap. And Constellation had 10,000 of them. Go Connie.
show today was fantastic. And the one that broke the sound, I thought I was going to lose my pants. It was something else.
Even though the air show took a large portion of our day, some of us found the time to go on one of the many tours, including this one of engineering in the Damage Control Center.
After a busy day, people enjoyed a relaxing evening watching Dr. Dolittle and eating mounds of popcorn in the hangar bay.
When we started our third day, there was a beautiful rainbow. We discovered there was not a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but instead there was an aircraft carrier.
The early risers were able to see a quick demonstration of the Sea Whiz, also known as Close-In Weapon System.
At the end of the Captain's Cup games, the captain handed out many awards to the champions.
For the Constellation Tiger Cruise 1999. Happy snap picture. There we go.
Old and young Tigers showed up for the 50 caliber shoot. While the younger kids waited patiently in line, the older kids were the ones who were shooting.
I like to shoot, and I gotta get it home, so it's kind of fun to do. The 50 caliber, it's a really big gun. You don't get a lot of bullets to shoot it with, you get like 5. It's really fun to shoot it while you can.
No day on the Tiger Cruise would be complete without a tour. Another one of our tours was the aircraft tour. It included looking in the cockpits of different aircrafts.
What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, come on around. Well, this is the office of the NBAT Hornet.
For those who didn't get enough flying at the air show, there are even more flight ops today.
Go and set Hornet. Yes, sir. Gearline set Hornet 360.
Falcon 414, requires yes. Falcon 414. Mr. 311, 2 miles.
Line.
Little people, little tigers.
Many of the Tigers had the privilege to be at a retirement ceremony held for Lieutenant Commander Anderson.
We've been fortunate on this ship to have on our ship, our department, Did you know in 1961 it cost $3 million to build the Connie? Today, to build an aircraft carrier, it costs $5 billion. Here's my credit card. I want 2.
Hi, it's us again.
As you will see, our third day at sea ended with crew members and tigers showing off their talents in the Tiger Cruise Talent Show.
Okay, this I see, he's got the Kelly beat, the man on my right. Okay, you see, he's got the cat. He's over there sitting high. I might as well say some compliments. It's like
I know Miss Kelly, how come I get that good looking man? He said, well, he got to pay for his things.
Tiger? What does it stand for? I'm not familiar with the reason they're called tigers.
The big weapons display was first on our list for day 4. We were shown guns, missiles, bombs, and small weapons.
During the 4th day, tigers were able to see a demonstration of the fire party. The smaller tigers had a hard time filling these guys' shoes.
Alright. Now, take this button on the side here. Alright, squeeze it. Hold your breath. Now take it off. Ready? Hold your breath. Go.
Did you know that the keel of the U.S. Constellation was originally the Kitty Hawks?
The USS Salt Lake City is an attack submarine. The submarine is from San Diego. It stays underwater for many months, and most of the crew never sees daylight for 90 days or more.
Actually, when they do surface, the only people who get to look out are the CO and maybe 2 or 3 others. They protect the battle group from enemy submarines and battleships.
Our ship rendezvoused with the submarine, and many of the tigers were able to see a submarine for the first time. Inside of the Tiger gift bag was a booklet called PQS, also known as Personnel Qualification Standard. By completing the PQS, tigers were able to learn about all of the departments on the USS Constellation.
You know, I've been trying to find out. I've been asking everybody on ship, and nobody's quite sure. So if you know, please let us know.
The crew and Tigers played bingo the night of the fourth day. The winners had to call in and claim their bingo within 5 minutes. The prize money was from $1,100 to $2,400. They watched bingo from the ship's news station.
Row 67, B12,
Make some noise.
B14, B15. Top of the O's. 061, 065, 067.
The highlight for Day 5 was watching all of the flight squadrons fly off the ship. After a great 6 months at sea, it was an emotional time for the ship's crew and airmen.
Hey everybody, nice job getting all those aircraft off the deck. Absolutely tremendous. Nice job.
After the last plane is launched, in keeping with the naval tradition, boots with several shooters in the air boss were launched off the ship.
All Scrubmax personnel busted on L2. L2.
Did you know the flight deck is 4.5 acres?
Hi, it's us again. On the last night, many crew and Tigers get channel fever. Luckily, we have USO here to entertain us and keep our minds off of our channel fever.
As you can see, many people are gathering behind us for the USO show. USO, or United Service Organization, goes around the world entertaining our troops.
My third time on one of these things, the very first time, I want to tell you, you're flying, you're not flying. You're going 140, you're going 140, you're going 0.
stand the Connie on end. It's actually taller than the Empire State Building.
Tiger Cruise. I know a Tiger Cruise. It's a Tiger. It's Tiger. I really don't know what it is.
Hi, it's us again during our last day at sea, and the exciting part is that we spotted land.
The highlights of our day have been the final replenishment at sea during sunrise and the launching of the helicopter squadron.
Well, I always thought historically it was started because the sailors would bring their sons on board, and they were their little tigers. So now mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, grandmas, grandpas, they're all considered tigers.
As you can see, the crew is getting ready to man the rails. Point Loma is in sight, and we're on our way home to San Diego. See ya!
The crews for the Tiger Cruise was the part where they launched the airplanes.
Story. This is something I never dreamed of. In fact, I was hesitating whether my age I could stand it. You know, I mean, but it's been wonderful. I mean, so far the people's treated me and the food. No wonder all these guys are so big. They look good.
This Tiger Cruise is exciting, man. How do you like it so far?
Oh man, this is some good stuff, Dad, you know, and I tell you, I look around, I see all these kids running around and stuff, and I mean, you remember when I was a kid and how it all started? I mean, the whole aviation experience, and I mean, it's just like this. I see these guys running around, and I mean, this is where it starts. It's just that initial little spark in the eye, that jet they see or whatever, a guy walking in a flight suit, and it starts this interest.
I've just enjoyed everything I've seen out here. I think everybody's been very, very kind. We all went up to the bridge and the captain stopped and talked to us a moment. I think it's a very, very cooperative group of people. Everybody seems to want to help you.
Yeah, when I went through the sound barrier, that was probably the wildest part, but in general, to see the whole ship, how it functions.
People working on it.
With 5,500 people, that's just amazing. It's very impressive and yeah, greatest experience ever.
The whole thing, the air show. Naturally, the air show. The F-14s, F-18s, and of course the Sikorsky 60s.
I think the favorite part was the air show. That breaking the sound barrier was really special. Although the submarine is a highlight too. The food was great, the people were wonderful, and those enlisted guys and the officers, they really were.
Our favorite part of the Tiger Cruise was, I guess, to see how real Navy life was and see what my dad puts up with for the last 6 months. And getting to spend some time with my brother. Yeah.